Hello and welcome to this very special show coming to you with two iconic actors. Two women who between them have done almost 1,000 films and who have been legends in their lifetime. Please give a big hand to Helen and Waheeda Rehman. Okay, I must tell you first that this is like a fan moment for me. So you've got to excuse me if I sort of, look like a fan more than an interviewer. Is that okay?
Yes.
You must blush along with it.
I will blush happily. You're looking lovely.
Thank you, thank you. I haven't blushed.
And you're looking lovely as well.
Thank you.
I want to tell you there's one thing that y'all have in common, which is that y'all are both of the same age. You're both born in 1938. Do you know that?
I didn't know about her. Today only I came to know. I knew that her birthday is in November. I did not know the year.
Who's older?
I am.
You're older?
Yeah.
You're looking young. You're looking 18, not 79.
Oh, come on, don't overdo it.
Okay. No,
I know you're overdoing it
no,
now.
I'll tell you why.
Emphasizing on 78.
I'll tell you why. Because for years you were and you still are seen as the most beautiful Bollywood actor that there ever has been. Do you know that or not?
No.
No actor ever, no hero ever told you that, Waheeda ji, you're the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen?
Never. They were so mean. They never
Arey,
told
kya
me.
baat karti hai. Amitabh Bachchan told me that he used to just die to see Waheeda Rehman on screen.
वो उन्होंने सिर्फ प्रिंट में कहा, कभी मुंह पे नहीं कहा.
Chaliye, I will remind him this.
Yes.
वो 75 साल के होने वाले हैं इस साल. I'm going to tell him that
Yeah.
Waheeda says, please tell me on my face that I'm the most beautiful woman that you've seen. What about you? A lot of people have said that if we could dance with Helen, our life would be made.
Wow. So true.
True or not? How many men have told you that?
No, not many.
Not many, but
My
some.
husband,
You're only
he dances better than me.
Salim Khan dances better than you?
That's what he says.
That's what he says, which is, I must ask both of you because in a way, both of you were dancers. You started off both as dancers, you Bharatnatyam, you did everything. How important was that era of dance and, to becoming a top star at the time?
Those days it was very important to know dancing because songs and dances are part of our Hindi movies till today. Because it's an Indian culture also, not only for the movies. बच्चा पैदा हुआ तो डांस गाना बाजा होता है, शादी पे होता है, और त्योहार पे होता है डांस गाना. So it is in our blood to sing and dance.
Who taught you dancing?
Well, Rajdeep, at a very tender age, I used to watch these Hollywood musicals. And they had very famous dancing stars like Fred Astaire, Sid Charisse, Gene Kelly, Majen Gawad Champion, to name a few. And somehow or the other, I got fascinated by their movements and their costumes. And I started, along with watching this, I started learning Manipuri, Kathak and Bharatanatyam.
So you know it all, huh? You know
fundamentals, huh? Not an exponent in the class.
So you can come before this group and 1 minute dance Bharatnatyam and next minute a cabaret, right?
Not all Bharatanatyam, but the postures.
Yeah.
You can do both?
Oh,
No,
she's
only
an exponent.
Huh?
No, only Bharatanatyam.
Only Bharatnatyam.
I have learned.
You never tried to do the cabaret
No, not at all.
hairstyle, right?
It wouldn't have gone with my personality and face also.
That is true. Wouldn't have gone with your personality and face. I'm going to play a song. I'm going to start with this audience. We're going to play some songs with them and then going to get you to talk about that. Because since we're talking about dance, there was a film which is arguably one of the greatest films Hindi film cinema has seen, Guide, where you play the role of a dancer.
Yeah.
And there's that song that you are dancing in a truck.
Oh,
and it is
yes.
iconic. When you see all these old pictures, they keep coming on television.
Yeah.
What do you feel? Do you feel you
Well,
do you feel like you can do it today again?
not possible.
Dancing in the hay. But what was it like?
Oh, it was very nice and exciting, and it was so differently picturized. Usually, whenever you are a dancer and a song, the usual dance movements and not like that.
Running around trees.
Running around trees and things like that. Yeah, it was more mischief, and the words justify the movement.
इस गाने में जान है.
जान है. एक बार I went to Kutch. We had a local guide to take us around. He said, "Ma'am, you know something?" I said, "What?" कि आज भी जीने की तमन्ना song, the first feminist song in India. अच्छा, I did never thought like that. He said, हाँ, कि दिल तोड़ के जैसे चिड़िया पिंजरे के बाहर निकल गई है, सब रिश्ते नाते तोड़ के. मैंने कहा very good observation. मैंने कहा very
You
true.
didn't think of yourself as a feminist when you were doing the dance, no?
Not that time, no, I didn't.
And then you have a dance which I'm going to now play, which really made your career, many say. Now you listen to this song, Mera Naam Chin Chin Chu. I want you to listen. I can't think of two more different songs. 50, 60 years later, people remember this song and the song from Guide. What was it like? You were playing a Burmese doll?
She was looking
Chin
like a
Chin Chu
doll.
matlab China ka gudiya.
China Ka Gudiya, yes.
okay.
Must have reminded of where you started off in Rangoon as a young girl. But what was it like singing these cabaret songs for the first time all those years ago? It was a breakthrough moment in a way.
You know, Rajdeep, I used to be very, very sincere with my work. Everybody is, of course. But I used to get into it so much that I didn't even take it as work.
She used to enjoy.
I just enjoy and get into an ecstasy doing it.
Really?
And it came naturally.
Is that how you think, stars and actors are really? That it comes naturally, it has to be natural. You
And
can't
you
see it as acting.
You must enjoy what you're doing.
Yes.
Then only you get better results, you see. Otherwise, you're doing as a, you have to do it. It's no fun. But when you're really doing, especially my Aaj Phir Jeene Ki Tamanna,
You could
I
see.
really enjoyed it, totally, And in the beginning,
Kitne takes kiye?
इसके वो मटके फोड़ने के 3 टेक हुए. It has to fall correct on that beat, you see.
There's something about you and Dev Anand, no? What is it about you and Dev Anand? I mean, I must confess.
Yeah.
Last night when I was thinking of this, I play songs late in the night on YouTube just to get away from what I see around me in the world of news. और मैंने आपका एक गाना देवानंद साहब के साथ किया, बात एक रात की.
अच्छा.
You remember the song?
न तुम हमें जानो न
Sing it.
न तुम हमें जानो न हम तुम्हें जानो भूलता है कुछ ऐसा मेरा हमदम.
There's something in that song. I will play. He'll play it for you. But I want you to tell me about you and Dev Anand, because there were films after films that you all did together from CID that were just remarkable.
He was so sweet. First thing he said, because he was so much senior to me, so I said, Mr. Anand. He said, no, you will not call me Mr. Anand. Because Dev Saab said, no, who's that Dev Saab? Kahan hai, kidhar hai? So he insisted that I call him Dev. He was the only hero जिसको मैं सिर्फ देव कहती थी, वरना राज साहब, दिलीप साहब वगैरह वगैरह, जी एंड वन. ही सेड नो, अगर तुम कुछ लगाओगे देव के पीछे मैं तुमसे बात नहीं करूँगा. ओके, तो ही इज द ओनली वन हैज टू कॉल. सो ही गेव मी दैट इन द वेरी फर्स्ट मूवी, ए कंफर्ट फीलिंग कि हाँ इतने बड़े स्टार हैं फिर भी आई एम ए न्यू कमर. इट वाज वेरी फ्रेंडली, वेरी वार्म. देन वंस वी वर शूटिंग एट Churchgate station at 2 o'clock in the night. So I was sleeping off like that. और काम करना है. मैंने कहा नींद की रात को क्यों शूटिंग करते, तो ये रात का सीन है तो रात को शूटिंग करेंगे. आपको बहुत नींद आ रही है तो ये पिक्चर के बाद शादी करके घर बैठ जाओ. तो so ये बातें जो होती थी उससे.
He was a flirt.
He was a decent flirt.
He was a decent flirt. You must one day tell all the lovely ladies here what is the difference between a decent flirt and an indecent flirt.
With decent flirt, you don't mind sitting next to him and like his company. But indecent, you would just want to move away like.
Who are the indecent flirts in Hindi cinema?
Sorry, don't.
Who are the decent flirts that you had to dance with? Who was your favorite co-star who you enjoyed dancing with? I'll ask her in a moment who her favorite co-star was. Who was yours?
Dancing was Shami Kapoor.
You and he seem to have that same spirit together,
Yes.
no? You remember a song that you all did together?
So many.
Which one?
Tisri
Anyone?
Manzil. Tisri Manzil.
Anyway, let me ask you this. Your favorite co-star?
Dilip Kumar. and then Sunil Dutt, and then Amitabh. Though with Amitabh I didn't had, you know, romantic lead as such, only one or two movies. Then mostly I started playing character roles with him. But the comfort feeling was there.
Were you in awe of a Dilip Kumar? I mean, acting with Dilip Kumar, did it mean that you had to measure up to him?
He was such a charmer. I think everybody who worked with him was a
Decent flirt or not? Dilip Kumar also decent? No, no, she said no. She said no.
Very gentleman. वो बहुत डरे सहमे रहते थे. No.
No flirting.
No,
He
no,
was a
no.
charmer.
Charmer.
He
Yeah.
was a charmer.
Yeah.
I see. That's
I
interesting.
worked in Bairag with him.
That's right, you worked in Bairag with him. But I'm just wondering whether, I mean, what is it as an actress, was it important to have a certain chemistry with your hero for the film to be successful? You did films with virtually every major hero. But was it important to have a hero with whom you had a comfort factor?
It always matters if you have a comfort level with your actor, but sometimes also happens because you have to do your job. Many times, I don't know whether you know or not, I'm sure you people will not know, that the camera is supposed to be your hero and you're saying lovely, lovely things and there is nobody, you see. So, but you have to act, yeah. तीसरी कसम जिसमें राजी थे, and because he was a late comer, I used to go at 10 o'clock to the shooting, he will come at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So what to do? So director said, हम आपका portion shoot कर लेंगे. आपका portion, I'm talking to Raji, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं, वैसा, वो, but he's not there. So that is what acting is all about, you see.
But you know, Amitabh Bachchan also told me this. She said Wahida Rehman used to act with her eyes. You have these lovely eyes, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you.
And you know, was that important to act, you know, to have great, lovely eyes?
It's very important, especially for film media, you see. On the stage, it's very important is your voice throw and the strength and modulation is there. But for camera, when it's a big close-up, you have, without any dialogues, you have to express your feelings. So you have to get that feeling in your eyes, which is very important.
Okay, I'm going to play a song where your eyes are focused upon. And that in a sense reflects how Hindi cinema used to picturize the actor at the time. You remember a film called Chaudhvi Ka Chand? Yeah?
Yeah.
Today's actors are supposed to reveal more to look beautiful. Is that true?
Well said.
Well, because the times have changed, so they have to do, I suppose, you know, revealing. But
पर आज जब आप देखते हैं किसी एक्टर को लो कट ड्रेस में,
हाँ,
एक्ट्रेस को, तो कैसे लगता है? Would you think कि मैं भी कर लेती?
नहीं, मैं कभी नहीं कर पाती, because I was not made that way. I was a very shy person. Even I never wore a sleeveless blouse. When we were doing English guide, तो Bhanu Athaya said sleeveless, you have to wear sleeveless blouses and very sexy. I said, sorry, I can't do that. So with the English movie, when it is released and it's become a success, then you will go to Hollywood. I said, sorry, I don't want to go to Hollywood showing my arms and things like that. Hollywood should call me for my talent, for my work, not seeing my arms and legs.
So you think you can look sexy in a sari or a salwar kameez? You don't have to look sexy in a low-cut dress, right?
Yeah, yeah. And also, let me tell you something about this song. It was made in black and white.
Yes.
It became a great success. So then color has started coming in. So Gurudat ji thought if this is popular song, title song, if I reshoot this song in color and it will, again I'll make more money, it will run more. So he did that. Then again you have to censor it, you see. So this very funny. The censor board said, Wahida ji ka wo close काट दीजिए. बोले, why? I'm like this, I've just looked like that. बोले, इसमें क्या है साहब? What is wrong with that? तो बोला, her eyes have become very red. बोले, yeah, because so much of light, her eyes becomes red. No, that looks very sensual, you see. So the Gurudev ji said, but it's a husband and wife scene. And she, poor thing, only looked like that, that's all. No, it's very sensual. तो मुझे फिर मैं सोचती हूँ आजकल की फिल्म में अगर वो सेंसर बोर्ड वाले होते तो बेचारे शायद बेहोश हो जाते
तो पिक्चर ही नहीं होती.
पिक्चर ही नहीं होती.
What do you think of the censor board? They would cut, you know, all your lovely songs
I used to be dancing between their scissors.
Acha, you were worried that whether the song will pass the censor board or not.
They
is it?
were very, very strict with my dances for a little while.
Meaning
But
what? Were they worried about the moves you made as a dancer? What was it that troubled them? They thought you were too sexy for Indian cinema, is it?
I don't know about too sexy, but the costume maybe before, if you remember, I mean, I don't think you were not even taught of. You know, we had to cover ourselves with a dupatta. And cabaret dancing and everything going on, but they have their dupatta all around you.
Even in a cabaret dance, you had to have the dupatta on.
Yeah. You had to drape it in such a way that you would cover yourself. But then, of course, now you can see what's happening. There's no dupatta, there's no anything.
Now let me therefore play you a song of today's India. Now, I want to play you Katrina Kaif, you know, Chikni Chameli. And I want you to tell me the difference between how you would have done this song and how you would have dressed up if you were doing Chikni Chameli. You have Chikni Chameli, no?
Then I've gone blind. No. She's done very well for this time.
But that's the question. Times have changed, as you say.
Very much.
But in your time, you were in a sense revolutionaries in your own way. But was it difficult to do that kind of, to do the kind of song picturization that was there in your time? Was it difficult for the director, for the songwriter, for you as an actor? Were you all always conscious that I can't do something because what will the censors
Not
say?
always conscious, but we were a little careful sometimes, depending on the song, depending on the situation, costume.
And the movements
yeah.
also.
And I used to practically design all my dresses, except for Bhanuvatai and Mani Rabadi.
You designed your own dresses?
Yes. So I was careful.
Let me play one dance. You remember a film called Sholay?
Yes.
There was, Sholay was iconic. And there's a song in Sholay which is equally iconic, which is called, come on. You remember it? Mehbooba. That's
P.L. Raj, you know him, a great choreographer. We done so many dances together. So his assistant, and she would do it, and naturally I know most of the movements. And because of the dress and because of the music, as we're talking about music plays a big part in your dance, especially in dancing.
surrounded by all those male dacoits out there.
उसको कोई देखा भी नहीं।
कोई देखा नहीं?
मैं अपने धुन की में किया।
अरे वाह वाह, तो सब आपकी तरफ देख रहे थे, उनकी तरफ, गब्बर की तरफ कोई देख नहीं रहा था, गब्बर केवल आपकी तरफ देख रहा था. But I was seriously told, Ramesh Sippy once told me that it took you just a couple of takes to get it right, the entire song picturization.
We did it very fast, yes.
What about you? When you were doing all these iconic scenes, आप काफी retakes करती थी, or you were also this natural actress who could do it in a couple of takes?
You mean you're talking about the scenes or the
Yeah, any
dances?
scene or dance, would you require a lot of retake, or you had it in you to just do it?
No, because when you prepare yourself for the scenes or dances, of course for dances we used to have rehearsals before going on the sets. Especially for guide, I had nearly week to 10 days rehearsals for, especially the snake dance.
Right, yes.
And Piazza Senana Lagere. So it was easy to do on the sets, not too many retakes.
Not too many retakes
Not
at
too
all.
many retakes.
And that song of Mehbooba Mehbooba, you're in by that standard, by the mid 1970s, that's a lot that you were revealing. I don't know how the censors allowed that to be passed.
They became quite lenient, and maybe they liked the song very much.
They liked you a lot. Maybe they liked you a lot, and that's why they were so impressed by your dancing.
Very modest.
Any actor, any actress who for you was a role model, or someone who was a particular, someone you really...
Madhubala.
Madhubala was very special for you?
Yes.
The most beautiful woman in a sense that you saw in cinema?
As an actor, in beauty I like Madhubala, but as an actor I like Nutan.
Right.
Nutan was very good, very versatile.
Do you think the women of the 1960s were more beautiful than the women of today?
No, today the girls are very beautiful and they know how to project themselves, how to, we didn't know anything ABCD of...
Aren't they too styled today? It's almost like they're coming straight out of a fashion studio into the theatre. You didn't need to go to a fashion stylist. Did you have a fashion stylist for yourself?
No.
No, you were just
You had a
right?
costume designer.
Yeah,
a costume designer,
Yes.
that's all. Today they have their own personal entourage of stylists who go with them.
Yes. We didn't have all those things.
But you think
Everything
they're
has
as beautiful as as the girls of your age?
No, they
I
are
mean, when I look at you, Nutan and Madhubala, I'm trying to look at any star today who looks even a patch on you.
No, maybe because you are our generation.
Maybe I'll tell you why. Maybe because the cinema that I still enjoy is the cinema that was produced in the 50s and 60s, right? There's something about the music, about the stars, and I just feel that I get, I just get carried away by that. But today's actors, Katrina, Deepika, Priyanka, are they, do you think they could have adjusted
Alia,
to the
look
world
at
of
Alia.
would they have adjusted to the world of the
little
50s and
bachchi.
60s very easily?
If they were there, they had to adjust, whether you like it or not. So you go with the trend and the times, you know.
You like any of the present day actors, actresses? Someone who impresses
I like
you?
Alia
Alia
very
and
much.
Deepika.
Alia, Kangana, Deepika.
Oh, they're quite a number.
Very good. They are more
Priyanka.
focused and serious than we were.
So
At
if you
least
were
not
if you
me.
were to look for an actor to play that role that you played in Chaudhary Ka Chand, those sequences, who would you choose out of the present day stars?
Girl.
Deepika.
No, Deepika, Deepika is a very good actor, but there is something कि she know everything. उसमें थोड़ा भोलापन चाहिए, innocence चाहिए. You see?
So you to be a Chaudhary Ka Chand kind of actress, you need some innocence.
You need a new find.
आजकल के actresses में innocence नहीं है.
नहीं, उसकी वजह है. You just can't blame him. नहीं है. Because when we were there was no TV, no mobile, no internet, no iPad, nothing. Okay? When these children, our children are born knowing so much in their life, so वो innocence तो चला जाएगा ना. हम तो बुद्धू थे, आप innocence कहिए तो बढ़िया अच्छा लगता है, थे बुद्धू, कुछ पता ही नहीं था. They were one Filmfare magazine, Star and Style magazine. अब you just open daily papers, the supplement, you get all the film news. आज so was seen at the airport. अरे भाई, airport तो सभी जाते हैं, इसकी क्या बात है? Yes sir. So they make news of everything.
You are two wonderfully elegant women. Before I end, I'm going to ask you, your favorite film, any film that for you would like the next generation to see that defines a Helen and a Waheeda Rehman. What's that one film that for you is your most treasured film?
Guide.
Guide is your most treasured film.
I used to be a blonde, I used to be brown, I used to be brunette, everything. That's how I suppose I stayed on for so long. I had changed my look all the time.
You kept changing your
Yes.
hairstyle all the time.
Yes.
That's right.
My contact lenses.
I
used
think
to
you're
wear
the one who started with contact lenses.
contacts. blue.
Occasionally when you had to be a vamp, you had to wear blue, right?
No,
Blue contacts or something.
I used to make up my own characters.
You used to make up your own characters. But you got a Filmfare Award, I remember, for Lahu Ke Do Rang.
Yes, that was such a lovely role.
You, of course, both of you have got the Lifetime Achievement Award, apart from your two Best Actresses awards. You are icons. I'll tell you what we'll do at the end. We'll get you to sing whatever song. You don't have to dance in the way that you dance for Mehbooba. But you play, you do the hand movements. So you sing a song. Which is your favorite song? You sing your favorite song and I'll get Helen auntie to do the...
Yeah, auntie बोल के सब खराब कर दिया. Look at him.
I could have... I'll tell you what it is. Since we are in Delhi, I would have ended up calling you Helen G. Because I'm a Bombayite and you're a Mumbaikar yourself, therefore I called you auntie. But I can see where you're coming from. So you sing the song and let's see the...
मतलब
कोई भी
which song
गाना.
where
नहीं, she will then just find her own way. Your favorite song.
मेरा फेवरेट सॉन्ग तो आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना
करो,
है
करो.
या नहीं तो सॉफ्टर यू कैन सिट एंड डू मूवमेंट इज नहीं क्या जाने क्या तूने कही जाने क्या मैंने सुनी बात कुछ बन ही गई.
That's one. And suppose you did आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना है. Let's do that. Sing it, then we'll see how she moves to that.
That's a very difficult.
Yeah, but she'll do it.
आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना है आज फिर मरने का इरादा है.
when you had to do makeup, how long would you take to do makeup?
I told you half an hour.
Half an hour. That's it.
Yeah.
You were ready in half an hour for your shot. You?
No, but then half an hour to do your hair also.
Half an hour for hair, half an hour for makeup.
1 hour.
Today they take not less than 6 hours.
Really?
Some of them want to really go through the whole,
Any special makeup?
probably you'll have to ask them. What about you, ma'am?
I used to take about 2.5 hours, depending on the costume and hairstyle and
But she had more
Music.
to do, no?
She had more to do because you had to put feathers and
Eye
all.
makeup used to take so much of
Occasionally
time.
you had to put a feather.
That feather would just go in this way, but the eye makeup and then the costume and all that.
Maybe it's the black and white imagery of it all, but there is something about that song which will remain haunting. When you listen to it, my hair stands up.
Yeah.
When you see the song now,
Yeah.
I could see you still full of nostalgia.
Yeah, very much, very much. And this song has got that, there is some kind of a real soul coming out of you,
I told you now, soul stirring.
Kefi Azmi's
Favorite
lyrics
song.
or
Yeah.
his favorite song, and Geeta Dutt's haunting voice.
Oh, what a voice. मेरा नाम चिंचिन.
मैं कहूँ जाने कहाँ गए वो लोग, है ना? Sometimes I think that we are very privileged that that we've had the opportunity to talk to two of you, because you represent a generation that frankly was magical.
I would say I was really lucky, and we both were very lucky to have such great music director, such great lyricist and situation. It's really haunting. I feel so thankful to God and blessed. My 45 years, 50 years, Pyasa ko bane 60 साल हो गए.
60 साल हो गए.
Till today, when people talk about Pyasa and want to hear the song, I feel I said, oh, I'm so blessed to be part of those movies, classic movies.
Well,
We belong to the golden era.
you belong to the golden era. What better way than to end this evening? Both of you belong to the golden era of Indian cinema and in this country. Thank you all very much.